Hi guys, welcome to Avina Solutions. Today we have to discuss about the triggers concepts. So what are the main use case of the triggers in Salesforce? So I will discuss today. So today I will give only some basic introduction. Later videos we will deep dive into the some some triggers. So today what we have a fine discussion or some small introduction about triggers. So triggers are generally is nothing but apex classes. They are only files when the certain operations or certain modifications has been done in the Salesforce database. For example, if I make a uh, let me open one picture. Introduction to triggers. Yeah, no. Mm, yeah. So let us think. This is a Salesforce database. So in Salesforce database, what are the actions we generally do in the Salesforce database? We generally do. We can insert one record, or we can delete one record, or we can update one record, or we can undelete one record from the recycle bin. So these are the common DML operations, or these are the common events which can be performed on the Salesforce database. So insertion means when we save one record, when we save the one record on account object, it will be going to the Salesforce database and it will be saved. So this is the call. This is called uh, when we want to update the phone number of the certain record. If I make the any changes in the previous record, that operation can be treated as update. So if I want to delete on record, if I delete the record, that operation can be treated as delete record. So if any operations, is it insertion, or is it update, or is it delete, or is it undelete from the recycle bin, these whenever these four actions will be performed, then if set train event is triggered, then trigger will be fired. So I will give more example on this. So let me open my Salesforce org. So just no uh, leave this site. Let me open my org. uh, Salesforce login. So whenever the some operations, a DML operation has been taken place in the Salesforce, then if certain triggers will be fired, then only Apex trigger will be fired. So I will give a detailed explanation, basic detail explanation in this discussion. So simply go to Salesforce. So go to sales app in the app launcher, type sales. Please open sales app, and then so if I want to create one record, I means create means insertion. So this is called, if I want to create one trigger test. So account name is trigger test. So if I click on the save button, this is called insertion. So if I click the save button, this record is simply going to the Salesforce database. If I want to perform any operations before insertion, or before deletion, or before updation, we can find a Apex trigger. So I simply save. This is called insertion process. So, and if I want to change my name in the inline editing, I want to change the trigger test 1. This is called update. So if I want to delete, if I want to this updated record on the account object, This is called deleted actions. So these are the all the actions which can be performed on the Salesforce database. So simply I open the Salesforce developer console and I will show when the triggers will be triggered. I simply go to developer console. So I simply write the some of the triggers like an account object, the triggers introduction, and which object it is, account object, then submit. So this is the basic syntax for the trigger, creation of trigger in Salesforce. So trigger name, on which object, on which subject, it is a account object. So if I want to, so there are some of the trigger events are there. These events are generally, I open the introduction to triggers. So these are the some of the trigger events. We have basically 7 trigger events are there. Those are before insert, before update, before delete, and after insert, after update, after delete, and after delete. So if I, for example, in this, let me write a program. After you will get one clear about clear more about triggers. So after before insert, before update, before delete, and after insert, and after update, and then after delete, and after and delete. These are the possible events which we write in the in this folder. So what are the problems? Okay, so I write a one trigger. So if trigger dot is before, these are the context variables. I will give more explanation about in the obsessions. So you just listen what I'm saying. So uh, trigger is before, and trigger dot is insert. So uh, system dot debug your trigger is fired before saving the record. So I will run a one trigger, which is, what is the problem, system dot debug. Okay, I put the double semicolon. So now this time work. Okay, so I will write one trigger. It is before. So before saving the one record to the Salesforce database, I will trigger a one trigger. It is, so let me create one record in the account object. Account name is Yellish. Rating is warm. So let me open debug like logs. I recently created, which is, yeah, let me open this debug only. No. Yeah, your trigger is fired before saving the record. So this trigger is basically, this apex code is basically called when the record is saved into the Salesforce database. Simply I will make some more modification. Okay, I will make it as comments. I will put it in comments. If trigger dot is after trigger dot is update. So let me write one debug console, system dot debug your trigger is fired. Your trigger is fired due to update operation in Salesforce database. So Salesforce database. Let me save this trigger, and now we can perform. Now this time we can see the 3 debug logs. So let me update this record. I want to update this record. So if I make any changes in the previous record, so I will change this time. I will change the rating field from warm to hot field. So this is called update operation. I simply update. So let me open the developer console, and again now this time we will see two more debug logs. So let me see time. Okay, so let me open this debug log. Yeah, so your trigger is fired due to update operations. So previously when I am insertion, so now this time I am uncomment this system. So this time I want to create one account. You clearly observe uh, which type of trigger is fired. So I'm basically insert the record. So that's why insertion rating field is save. So basically so this time 3 more triggers will be triggered. So those are, so this time I'm not doing any update operation. This time I'm only doing the insertion operation. Due to insertion operation, these debug log only executed. So your trigger is fired before saving the record due to insertion operations. So this debug log is also in the same trigger. Why this is not printed? This is not showing in my debug logs. Why? Because I'm only inserting the record into Salesforce database. That's why this debug this message only fired. So if I update any changes in the record, this system.debug message only showing in the debug console. So that is the main difference between the ease insertion and ease update. So in the previous discussion, in the upcoming sessions, we have a more clear about these topics. So today all of this I'm wind up this session. Thank you for watching this video.